Back in February of '05, we started importing these smart cars made by Mercedes, and they're high mileage. They come in the convertible, the coupe, and then a coupe with a sunroof, and we get them pretty loaded up with the options Americans like, with the power windows, door locks, airbags, AM/FM stereo, CD. All the soft products in the car, the upholstery, the foam in the seats, the wrap on the steering wheel, are all recyclable. The plant that they're made is the greenest automotive plant in the world. Even the tires on the car are eco-friendly. They lower your CO2 emissions. Continental makes them specifically for the smart car. When you are looking at green cars, you can't just look at mileage. You've got to look at the environmental impact of making it, the environmental impact of keeping it maintained, and the environmental impact of getting rid of it when it's dead. When you hear that Mercedes is going to mass introduce the smart car themselves in the United States, you get real excited. And then they delay it and delay it and delay it, and they announce, okay, it's coming, here's the car. And the car turns out to be 8 inches bigger, nearly 1,000 pounds heavier, and instead of a Mercedes high-efficiency 3-cylinder turbo, we get a Mitsubishi 4-cylinder. And they say, yeah, but that's because now we can sell the car for less than 20 grand. It makes you wonder, what are you thinking? Americans' expectations are not very high. That 30, 40 miles a gallon seems exciting, as opposed to 50 or 60 or even 80 in their diesel smart cars. This is a smart car that got rear-ended, so it's back here getting repaired. When you try to sell somebody a smart car and they bring up safety, you could describe all of the safety things, the unique crush zones, the unique safety cage. You can alleviate all of their fears about safety, and then they say, well, what if a Hummer hit you? So no matter what you do in engineering and designing a safe car, you can't alleviate the other guy's car or the fear of that other guy's car hitting you. When it comes to picking out a car here, it's a relatively new phenomenon for an American to even be worried about miles per gallon, because there's never been a huge cost to their wallet for buying the gas. It's a whole lot more fun to drive a car that gets 11 miles to the gallon when you're paying $2 as opposed to paying $4. Then suddenly their priorities shift. The number of phone calls we get every day, you can actually correlate a response to the local gas prices. If it stayed at $5 and stayed, that would probably have less impact on new choices. If one week it was $5, the next week it was $3. If they would keep that price bouncing randomly, there'd be no way for a person to budget, and they would no way put themselves in a position to have the gas companies interfering with their life. Just so you know, this thing was on empty when we left.
How far did you go?
Probably 8 miles we went. In town, stop and go, and freeway. It had 4 liters, so we used a half a liter of gas. I think that's less than a quart.